Hello everyone, how are you today? I hope everybody is fine and safe. I am your teacher Jem Raymond and today I will present to you some salient points of DepEd Order number 5, series of 2024. This is entitled Rationalization of Teachers' Workload in Public Schools and Payment of Teaching Overload. Mahalaga po ito kasi magiging guide po natin ito sa paggawa natin ng class program and teachers program or schedule na ginagawa natin before the opening of the school year.
Hi everyone! Welcome to my channel. My name is Mr. Jem Raymond Chen, Master Teacher 2 from Escalante Central Elementary School. Click like and share if this video tutorial helps you. Don't forget to click subscribe below to keep updated for my future tutorial.
Ang DepEd Order number 5 series of 2024 ay na-release last April 29, 2024. Ito po ang gagawin nating guide for this incoming and succeeding school years. Nakalagay nga dito sa DepEd Order number 5 series of 2024 na lahat ng mga teachers ay required na mag-render ng 8 hours of service a day. At sa 8 oras na yan, 6 na oras ang dapat i-allot for actual teaching ng ating mga teachers. Then, ang remaining 2 hours will be allotted for work incidental to the normal teaching duties o tinatawag nating ancillary services ng mga teachers. Ipapakita ko later kung ano yung mga ancillary services na naka-indicate sa DepEd order na to. Unahin na muna natin yung actual teaching load ng teachers which is 6 hours or 360 minutes a day. Ang actual teaching load ay para po sa lahat ng teachers mula Teacher 1 hanggang Teacher 3 at Master Teachers. Wala na po yung dati nating practice na kapag Master Teachers, dapat mas mahaba yung teaching load kaysa sa Teacher 1 hanggang sa Teacher 3. Lahat po ng teachers ay required magturo ng 6 na oras or 360 minutes a day. Now, ayon din sa DepEd Order number 5, series of 2024, kapag may advisory class ka po, automatic na 60 minutes ang equivalent niyan na teaching load. Enhancement and remedial activities din ay makakonsider na as teaching load. Now, kapag na-assign ka po as TIC ng isang school, marirelieve ka po sa lahat po ng iyong teaching duties and you will function as a school head. Pero, kung kinakailangan talaga, yung TIC ay makaka-receive pa din ng teaching load kung lahat ng mga teachers sa school nila have a maximum overload of 2 hours. So this load will be part of their regular hours and any additional work beyond these hours will be compensated. Kung lalagpas ng 6 hours ang actual teaching load ni teacher, si teacher shall be compensated through teaching overload, provided na hindi ito lalagpas ng 2 hours a day. Now, let's have the remaining 2 hours. So, yung remaining 2 hours natin ay intended po for work incidental or normal teaching duties ng mga teachers at yung kanilang ancillary tasks. And this is again both for teachers 1 to 3 and master teachers. Ang mga ancillary at teaching-related tasks ng mga teachers ay pwede nilang gawin sa loob o labas ng paaralan at wala pong accomplishment required na isasubmit si teacher. Now, ito po yung mga ancillary services described sa ating Department Order number 5, series of 2024. So actually, ito yung mga activities na ginagawa ng ating mga advisors o yung mga teachers na may class advisory. No, tinatawag nga natin ito before na advisory works na usually ginagawa natin ay nagpe-prepare ng lesson plan, mga instructional materials, gumagawa ng test, mga summative test, at nagkakandak din naman tayo ng mga conferences sa ating mga parents. And nagkakandak din tayo ng home visit if necessary. Now, these are considered as ancillary tasks of teachers and will be done in the remaining 2 hours. Para naman sa mga master teachers, yung mentoring nila, yung coaching at yung technical assistance na binibigay nila sa kanilang mga colleague ay considered din na ancillary task. And this will be performed or this will be part in the remaining 2 hours a day. So, kapag lumagpas si master teacher ng pag-conduct ng coaching at mentoring or TA beyond 8 hours, then the master teacher should be compensated. Now, para masigurado na nakafocus yung mga teachers sa pagtuturo, yung mga nakikita nyo ngayon ay yung mga allowed na mga teaching-related tasks or assignments na ibibigay lamang sa mga teachers. And provided, these programs should be reflected in the school improvement plan. Now, in case may mga teachers na may actual teaching load na less than 360 minutes, sila po ang mga priority na mabibigyan ng mga teaching-related tasks or assignments. Kapag qualified si teacher sa teaching overload, siya ay mababayaran sa pamamagitan ng teaching overload pay. So, ang school head ay magpe-prepare ng records ng mga teachers na qualified or nag-render ng beyond 6 hours of actual teaching. So, ang pagbabayad ng overload pay will be in quarterly basis. Depende po sa availability ng budget. So, kung kulang po yung pondo, ang teaching overload hours ay i-convert po sa vacation service credit. Para mabigyan po ng vacation service credit si teacher, ito po yung gagawin niya. So, magsisecure siya ng authority from the school head na nag-render siya talaga ng work beyond regular work hours. Ilalagay niya doon yung name at saka position niya, yung date at saka time na nag-render siya beyond the required working hours, and then yung purpose or task na need i-accomplish. And dapat may justification din na malalagay kung bakit magre-render ng service beyond workload. Si school head ay a-approve yung request, but the school head should have thorough evaluation of the necessity and urgency of the task to be accomplished by the teacher. After that, para mag-grant po yung request for vacation service credit, magsasubmit po ng individual accomplishment report at approved authority. Si school head naman ay a-approve yung individual accomplishment report and to be submitted to the office of the school's division superintendent. And that's all, teachers. I hope this video helped you in understanding some salient points of our Department Order Number 5 series of 2024. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, keep safe, everyone.